Disclaimer: I am not a spokesperson for the USPS, nor do I speak on their behalf. I am an active employee who works as a clerk. I have this channel based on educational purposes only.
What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Creole Barbie here with USPS Blogs. Now, you guys, I had made a story addressing 474 476. One of my subscribers had a question on how does the hiring process work after applying and having a passing score for their VEA. I'm here to tell you what is next. I know my sure it wasn't the longest video, therefore there's a lot of things that I do have to address in case you just applied with the post office and you might want to know exactly what is next when it comes to the hiring process. A while back when I first applied, I did have a breakdown video of my hiring experience. If you guys want to check that video out, I'll go ahead and put that video in the description box below for you to check out as well. Pretty lengthy, but it has some really great timelines and information in that video for you. The question was, what's next after a passing score? Like I said in my short, you will have a offer letter emailed to you. You then have the option to accept or deny the offer letter. Once you accept the offer letter, then you'll be placed on what we call a pre-hire list. You're on the pre-hire list after applying. Be sure to check your emails. The USPS always contact you by email. A lot of people may be waiting for those phone calls, but they will definitely notify you by email. So be sure to have an active email to check frequently. Turn your notifications on, that way you're able to get those emails, especially during this process. It's very important because you don't have that much time to respond. You want to be on top of it. Another thing, after you accept offer letter and they place you on the pre-hire list, they will then send you information to take a GIS background check. That is a very important background check. You have to make sure that you tell the absolute truth. You have to give all the details and information that you need in this background check to be sure to have it run smoothly. Do not miss over anything. You have to take your time and fill this out, all right, accurately, because they're definitely going to do some thorough investigation when it comes to this background check. Very important. Depending on your location or not. Well, see, when I was hired, I had to do a GIS background check as well as a drug test. And they also had me schedule the drug test, sending me to one of my local Quest Diagnostic Centers. However, that was 5 years ago when I've done that. So now I hear people coming in and saying that they're not being drug tested. I know COVID things changed where people weren't doing the drug testing. I don't know how it is now with the drug testing thing. In case you may have to have a scheduled drug test, just keep that in the back of your mind. Once these two things are completed, then you will have an email telling you to take fingerprints. So you go into your local district office and you take your fingerprints. That will go along with your background check as well. This background check takes about 2 to 3 weeks to complete. It's a very thorough background check. They go through a third party to do these background checks, so it's pretty lengthy. Once you have your background check in, your drug test if applicable, as well as your fingerprints, you will then be notified to an orientation date. So they'll tell you, hey, it's orientation time. These are the dates that we have set for you to come in and do your orientation. You want to be sure to be on the lookout for these important factors. The USPS hiring process can be very lengthy. When I applied for the post office, it was in August. I heard something back from them within that same week. I want to say 3-4 days later, when they came to accepting or declining the offer letter and then taking my drug test, my GIS background, as well as my fingerprints. After that, I didn't hear anything until November until it was time to go in for orientation. So the process is very lengthy. Don't get ants in your pants ready to go and things like that, because it does take some time. So just keep that in mind. If you have any questions, because it's been a while for you, about where are you at on the application, checking the status of your application and things like that, then you need to call this number, which is the 1-800-HR Share Service Center. When you call that number, it will tell you if you're a USPS employee or if you are checking the status of the application. You want to listen to that prompt very, very closely. You're going to check, I am an applicant checking the status of my application. Therefore, you can actually talk to someone, get some answers if you may need some answers or have any questions about your application status, what may be going on, things of that nature. Very, very important. I'm also going to show you guys when applying for the post office how your application selection should look when applying. So this is what you want to do. You want to apply for different locations that's in your area, as well as different crafts you may be eligible for, especially if you're one to have ants in your pants and really want to get in very, very fast. Now, this is the thing. You'll be placed on a pre-hire list, but you can only accept one offer, right? But it's good to go ahead and just apply, because whichever ones come up, that's the one you want to grab. So that's just another way of doing it if you don't want to wait a long time for just one particular position you saw and you're not too stuck on it and you don't mind trying something else. That's just a little words of encouragement and advice for you guys. Now, I hope this video helps you. Comment below if you have any additional questions, you guys. And I am out. Also, subscribe to my channel to be updated for future content. And turn those post notifications on. I'll see you guys later. Deuces.